Hey everybody, Orpheolus here. Welcome back to our Pokemon Sword and Shield. Last time, we went from there to there, and that's it. This time, we are going to continue our exploration through the wild area because there's a lot more things we can do. If you want to progress the story, all you can do is head on over there. Or alternatively, you can let yourself get killed by a wild Pokemon and you get instantaneously transported to the next town. Yay, I guess? Yes, we're just going to be continuing to explore this place a little bit further. Tiny mushroom for more selling, I guess. I'm just poking around and seeing if there's anything else of note here. Oh yeah, Tyrogues, they are going to be chasing you to the ends of time. Alright, we snuck past. So there are going to be some NPCs that are going to be out and about. So this one is, you can fight her to, yeah, you can fight the NPC to get some watts and some items. It's not really too useful. Anyways, right over here we get ourselves a Mudsdale, another unique monster. Alright, just seeing what's in here. It's a Pidove. I don't really care about Pidove. Doesn't have any moves I want. Yeah, like Air Slash maybe. I don't think that'll be useful at all. I'll be doing a lot of dens off screen because we are going to want to rack up a lot of watts as fast as we can. So here on East Lake Axu, I don't really want that. Not the weather I want. It's not the first of the month, so it shouldn't be like this. So yeah, so the first of the months you will be able to have forced weather throughout every single area in the wild area. Only on the first day of the month. Otherwise, wild area shuffles day to day. Alright, wild area is overflowing with massive sword of energy measured in watts. You gather watts by gathering into glowing dens, all that fun stuff. There's some special dens too that I've been kind of going forward to. So the reason why I'm going over this way is this NPC here. On your second day of playing, it will shuffle out. All I care about. Yes, you're able to buy some TRs from him too. And wishing pieces, you put this in the wild den, you'll be able to get yourself a forest encounter there, and you can get yourself some really strong TRs. But I went that way because quick balls are super good. On your second day of playing, he will always give you, well, his item pool will be quick balls. Very useful. And I guess here is a Squavit den. What do I want to use for Squavit? Your defense is higher. Alright then, so these special dens, they have naturally higher experience, well I guess they give better rewards compared to just doing it naturally. So yeah, we got him again. Yeah, so the rewards for doing these special dens are going to be better, and plus towards the later part of the game, you're able to get you are able to get some very rare Pokemon from these dens. Alright. Let's wrap up this battle really quick. I'll be skipping out most of these dens. I just want to showcase off these special dens because they're a little bit harder, but still give off good rewards. Oh yeah, one thing I never mentioned about dens. You are able to lose dens if 10 turns have passed, or if 4 of your Pokemon have been knocked out total. You have 1 turn to recharge. And sadly, your AI, they have naturally like 0 defense stat whatsoever. Which is the sucky part because they have like no IVs whatsoever. And also there's Rage Strikes where the lower HP you have, they'll use a Rage Strike to, well, remove all buffs and ability changes. It's very sucky. Because it removes all debuffs from Squavit, but removes all but does not remove any buffs whatsoever. One other thing about raids to note about. Otherwise, not a great raid. I actually didn't notice what we got, but I think we got like Body Slam, I think. Hooray, we got a Squavit. I don't care about Squavit. So yes, we're just going about through wild area a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of took a bit of a detour. Mostly because I want to get my quick balls. Alright, it's overcast here. Instead there's a Wooper. You know what? Wooper's actually I recommend doing. Sorry, Pat. Sorry, future me for editing. But yeah, I recommend Woopers because you're able to get yourself some water and ground TRs, and they're both overpowered. Must get Surf. Alright, we got Waterfall and a rare candy. I like Waterfall, 80 base power water type move. Yeah, dens are really good, and plus they are able to have perfect IVs too. So you can talk to this NPC here. She'll give you some items you can find in the water. Then we got some stuff for fishing. So anyways, I guess since we're kind of in this area, I'll do bios at the end of the episode, I guess. Once again, like last time. There's some temple over there. I've considered actually using temple in this Let's Play, but evolves a little bit too late for my tastes. I'm heading on over here to this area, the Watchtower Ruins. This is a level 30 area, meaning these Pokemon are going to be a lot harder than normal. There's also Drifloon right there. I don't really want Shadow Ball. Just hug this tower and you will be fine. Also, nice revive here. And there we are able to get yourself a max revive. I'm just curious if there's any other items here of note. Dapple Grove. Alright, nothing really else here. So this tower here is very interesting. Doesn't seem like that anything in this den. This is an event den. There are special crystals that you can get for events, and I'll force a den here. The den will be 100% of a forced event. However, though, I think there is only one event at this time of recording that was ever released in America. Now, it's for like a Jangmo or something like that. Yeah, one-time thing. It's... I wish it did more with Watchtower Ruins. Like, it had a lot of potential for being something good, but it just did nothing. There was a lot of potential for it, like forced event dens, but no event dens really came out, and all the events were just like online special things. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon in the water here. Just going on forward more. There's some other stronger Pokemon around. I'm going to be avoiding them. I know my Xenoblade. Didn't have to know, be careful with playing around. Anyways, here we get ourselves a rare item for 100 watts. Hooray, experience candy. Yeah, so this guy will give you some free items for doing some watts and teleport around. Not really worth doing, so we're back here in Rolling Fields. So the next area we're going to be going to is going to be over here in Dapple Grove. Avoiding the Panchams. Hoot, don't care. No, thank you, Pancham. Don't care. So yeah, so this is going to be this episode is going to be the rest of the wild area. And Dapple Grove is raining. Interesting. So yeah, so going on further here, there's a Seismitoad there that's a little bit aggro. Some Ordishes. Ordishes are good grass type Pokemon. And over here is another Watt Trainer. Alright, so what do you have? You have Dusk Balls, which have a higher catch rate if it's nighttime. Pretty good to use. Inside this den here, a big mushroom. I don't think there's anything else to note here. Beware the Bewares, because they are very fast. And the Pokemon here are also a bit stronger here too. They're like 14, 15. Alright, Pretty Feather, just more selling. Yeah, it's worth finding the Starry stuff because that's going to be your hidden items, I guess. Yeah, that's going to be it over here, really. There's only one more, well, I guess a couple more items here. Some fancy apples. Used for cooking. Cooking, I really don't use that much. Just a bunch of apples. And over here at Watchtower Ruins, we get ourselves a wet herb. Yeah, so we're good to go back to Watchtower Ruins. However, though, I'll be always faster. You know, I'll just head up this way. So here we get ourselves a special tree here. What do we have here? Roster, it heals burn. To Orin. So it's shaking more and more. So if you happen to shake it too much. Oh no, a Pokemon fell from the tree. Yeah, and they'll steal some of your berries too while you're in battle. So yeah, so I guess I could take Squelvet. So yeah, so if you shake it too much, you will be forced into a Pokemon battle. However, though, there are some Pokemon exclusive to this one, and that is going to be Leo. Okay, not too bad. You're able to get Cherubi here. Cherubis, they evolve over 25, they have no stats whatsoever, and they're not worthwhile. Yeah, they have like no moves whatsoever. Their main draws are pretty decent special attack, but all their other moves just kind of exist. They're nothing really special. I was supposed to go over this last episode, but I kind of spaced it out. Oh well. Yeah, what else was there? In the sun, it can use it gets a bit of a buff if it's sunny out, but its stats are just so lackluster that it's not really worthwhile. Anyways, yeah, I haven't really been doing much. Other Pokemon took all the Ross berries away. Oh well, you still be get some berries. Check it if you're feeling risky, otherwise, don't really do it. Again, I don't really care for the berries here. I'm not really one who does cooking, because cooking, one of the benefits that it does increase your friendship further compared to normal, and they get some buffs such as, Eagle survive one-hit KOs, all that fun stuff. There's some buffs of being super friendly with Pokemon, but I like a little bit of a challenge. I'm avoiding the, Temples here, because yeah, I was considering using Temple for the Let's Play. However, though, there's another grass-type Pokemon that I've always wanted to use. I'm one who wants an Ice-type Pokemon too. Wink. So I'll see you guys on the other side of the Rolling Field. Alright then, here on the other side of Rolling Field, I'll be doing a little bit of extra exploration. Because I'm going to do something stupid. We're going to go into some high-level areas now. Just because we can. So down here in South Lake Maloc is going to be the next area to go to. And may or may not be the location of our next Pokemon I want to use for the team. So down here we get ourselves some Machop. Okay, Pokemon, I think you're just a regular Watt Seller. Yeah, Machops, they will chase you to the end of time. I'm just going to be avoiding them. Avoid the main path because there's some Machoks that are going to be walking around. The Alfancho's kind of fast. Is there anything else here? No, Machop. Some Stunky. Yeah, this grass is generally safe to go through. It's anywhere beyond here that's a little bit high leveled. Like this next area here is like upper 30s, I think. It's not meant for you to be really doing much until much later on in the game. So coming down here to this little portion. Here we go. A nice little fishing spot here. Nope, actually my area's confused. We'll be heading back that way pretty soon anyways. So I'm not really going to be too concerned right now. Just going to be avoiding the very buff Machamp. Yeah, the area I was thinking of is over here, but it's level 35. Here at Giant Seat. So yeah, the Pokemon here are going to be very strong. Temper Balls are pretty useful. Other moves, not really so much. I want to come over this way. The Pokemon here are going to be very strong. Such as that Steelix there that has a huge hitbox. Be very cautious here because the Pokemon here are all very strong. And those leaves are pretty fast, but thankfully, it's not too hard to avoid a Pokemon. I've played Xenoblade, I've dealt with Territorial Rotbart, the Pokemon here are free. One of the two reasons why you want to go this way is right here, TM81 Bulldoze, 60 power, 100 accuracy, lower speed. Hits everything on the battlefield. Or I guess everyone else. Very, very good move. Especially at this point in the game. Not only that, but we're getting a very, very good held item too. Held items, you can give it to your Pokemon too. But yeah, this area is more meant for endgame. Or I guess mid to late. Thankfully, it's not too hard to get to. I've done my Xenoblade, I've done my Stealth. Everything's free at this point. Actually, I think it's along this thing, I think. I got Pokédolls, so I'm not too concerned. Was it along this thing? It's here. I know it is. Oh no, I got confused. It's over there. Okay, good. So yeah, there's a unique monster that does prowl the area, but again, it's super easy to avoid. Yeah, right there is a free Vikavolt that's like 50 some, I think. Yeah, but the real reason why you want to go out this way is right here, a serving of leftovers. Heals your Pokemon slowly during battle. It's a very indispensable item for defensive-based Pokemon. It's one of the better held items in general. It's one that is very popular, but if you want to go ahead and use it, it's a really good item. So here in North Mylock, I think the Pokemon here are like in the 20s, so a little bit sketchy. Here we get ourselves a Wishing Piece, so we're able to force an encounter. Right up here, we don't have to worry about Lucario. I think it's just Vanillish, okay. And right here, Pokeball, I guess. I feel like playing super dangerously. Don't worry, I know where all the unique monsters are and how to avoid Pokemon. Just hug the exterior of a cliff and you'll be perfectly fine. So yeah, and plus we're not going super fast, so we don't have to worry about running into Pokemon. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here in North Mylock. So right back up that way leads back to the area, but let's go a little bit deeper. As we can see here from this guy, you'll be amazed after crossing this bridge. What's so amazing, the Pokemon live on the other side. They're so strong. You probably won't be able to catch them unless you have several gym badges, though. So this is him telling you aren't supposed to be out this way. And I say to that, hell with the rules. I'm mother frickin' Orpheolus. I speedrun Xenoblade. The reason I'm heading out this way is because, well, for one, I'm good with sneaking, and number two, this is how you're able to break the game. Firestone. Firestone evolves Fire-type Pokemon. So you're able to get Arcanine right now. Heading on here to the backside. A Revive. Right over here, Facade. Increases damage if you're burned, poison, all that fun stuff. A very, very good move, especially if the Pokemon have guts. Heading on further, I don't think there's anything else. All the fun stuff's along the place here. Heading on to Bridgefield. I'm just saying this now. Bridgefield has some very good music. Cool, and there's some Wobbuffet too if I want to play it super aggressively. Oh boy, Zigzagoon. The Glorian Zigzagoon, their movements are random. And lastly, I'm heading out this way because Wobbuffets, I don't care. I can run into them. I know how to manipulate them. They're free. Right here we get ourselves a Water Stone. May or may not be useful. And a Max Revive. Don't worry, I have a Death Warp planned. So I'm just going out this way just to explore more of the wild area. I really don't have any purpose of going into Stony Wilderness. So yeah, so that's really it here. So you are able to free to explore the rest of the wild area. You will not be able to go into that town. That town is blocked off until you have 3 gym badges. They walled that off pretty well. I just want to mention that now. Right over there is a daycare that you can go to right now if you want to. I don't really have any purpose of going to that daycare. Oh, I should actually go there because there's something else to note. So yeah, so we're just going over this way. Yes, I love the music here. I'll pay more attention to it later because I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm a dirty, rotten cheater, okay? I love my glitchies, okay? More watts there. I'm trying to remember how much. I think I have enough for 2 rounds with Digging Brothers. So continuing on heading over this way. Alright then. So right over here we have ourselves the Digging Brothers. Hey, alright. We're 2 brothers in this digging duo. We're digging up treasure here, see? You've got fair bit of luck finding us here. If you'd like to spot us some watts, we'll dig you some handy treasures for your adventure. Alright, let me tell you, I have no lack of stamina when it comes to skill. My brother is the best. So for 500 watts, you're able to talk to this guy. He'll give you less good items, but your rewards are going to be generally better. Alright, Lagging Tail. Really, only 2. And this guy has no lack of skill, so this guy only gives you about 1, but the rewards are going to be generally better. What do we got? Fossilized Bird. So yeah, so you're able to talk to them, and yeah. I'm going over this way because I'd like to get some more fossil digging there. That's one very good use of watts. This here is the daycare. Yes, this daycare here, you are able to go ahead and raise some Pokemon here too. And an Ultra Ball, because this is supposed to be a mid to late game area. And spend some watts, so you're able to find yourself another vendor here. Personally, I don't need anything there. Yeah, so, we really went out of our way. We are not supposed to be here right now, but screw the rules, I'm Orpheolus. If there's somewhere I can go, I'll go there. Which is one of the things I really like about Sword and Shield, because Wild Area, it's all open for you. Like, you're free to go everywhere. Yeah, sure, you can't catch every Pokemon, but you're free to explore things however you see fit. The rest of the game, though, is very railroady, so that is the sucky part. But everywhere else, you're free to explore. Just to point some interest over there, Dawnstone, you can find that cliff all the way off in the distance. There's an Orbeetle over there, just right above my head. Stony Wilderness, over there, you're able to find yourself a Razor Claw, which is super good. I think there's some more items somewhere over that way towards Giant's Mirror. There's some other generally good items here and there. It just all varies. The main one I know, though, is the Dawnstone over there. I already got the Water and I already got the Firestone. Ice Stone you can't get. Shiny Stone you can't get right now. And don't worry, Shiny Stone I'm perfectly fine with not being able to get. So yeah, so the movements of Zigzagoon and Linoon, they are RNG. Thankfully, though, I am good with sneaking. And plus, it's generally free in general. So yes, we're heading back to Motostoke Riverbank. That was quite a bit of exploration. We will not be doing any more wild area exploration for quite a while. So yeah, just avoiding the enemies here. And again, the Pokemon are really free to avoid. Like sneaking, yeah, as long as you're playing smart, yeah. Anyways, here's the Snorlax that will aggro you that I think there's... Oh. I guess you're indifferent whether there's the Rapion over there. Yeah, that's really the main ones to know that I want to get, though. Facade and a few other moves, so... There's a lot of other TRs you can get right now, too, that are all very strong. So I think with that all done, I think it's time we go ahead and wrap up the episode and get ourselves a new Pokemon for our team. Since we've been wandering around for 30 minutes, it will be another 30 minutes for bios. I am terribly sorry for those who prefer shorter episodes. Don't worry, the rest of the Let's Play will be a lot shorter. There are just a lot of things to go over here in the wild area. And that is right over here. So here in East Axwell, there's one Pokemon I want to get here. Ladies and gentlemen, Shellder. Shellder as a Pokemon is very interesting. Stat-wise, it is all defense, hardly any offense. That's what makes this an interesting Pokemon. It's all defense and evolves with a Water Stone into Cloyster. Cloyster is a very fun Pokemon to use and one that I've always wanted to use. Hence why I was going for this Pokemon. Stat-wise, has 95 attack, 85 special attack, and 70 speed. Might not seem all that impressive. However, though, there's a fun little thing about Shellder. It has 180 defense, making it a physical powerhouse. That's all fine and dandy, but there's even more to this Pokemon. Yeah, sorry, future me having to wait till Bows until now, as I'm trying to think of a name. And that's because its abilities are also really good. The first ability it has is Shell Armor, which makes critical moves immune, meaning that you can set up defense or special defense to, well, take hits and do a lot out. There's Skill Link, which makes 2 to 5 hit moves 5 hits when it can learn moves such as Icicle Spear, which is a 5-hit ice type move. There's also Spikes it can learn. That's really the main one it can learn. I think it can learn Rock Blast. Don't quote me on that. Yep, it can also learn Rock Blast. I actually forgot about putting the... I actually didn't have it spy on my notes, so I haven't to do this on the fly. And it can learn quite a few other good moves. It can also learn moves like Shell Smash to go into a Sweeper, lowering its special defense more. Ice Beam for high damage. Razor Shell for high damage. Aurora Beam. And quite a few other moves. All at its disposal, which makes it a very strong Pokemon to use. The main downside, though, is that it has no special defense whatsoever, so keep it away from special-based Pokemon and you'll be fine. I've always wanted to use Shellder. It's one of those Pokemon that I've never used before, but one I've always liked. So now I gotta think of a name for this guy that's appropriate. I got it. Clambora. Clam because, well, it's a clam. And Bora. Bora is a strong, cold, dry northeast wind blowing off the upper, Adriatic. At least that's what it says for, Oxford. Kind of like Bora also for cold, so... Welcome to the team, Clambora. Who do I want to get rid of? Sure, I'll get rid of Diglett. We are already up to 3 team members for the full team, but that'll be it because I don't plan on adding any more for quite a while. Alright then, check summary. You have a Pearl. Neutral stats all around. But it has Skill Link. Oh gee, I wonder if I picked up an item or 3 that I wanted to use. Let's see here. You can learn Facade. Well, I guess most Pokemon here can learn Facade, which is a very good early game move. Get rid of Tackle, because Facade's pretty strong. Alright, one thing to know about TRs is that they are one-time use, meaning that once you teach them to a Pokemon, that's going to be it. Alright, we got those. Waterstone. Alright then. That shell is extremely hard. It cannot be shattered even with a bomb. Its shell is open only when it is attacking. And it learns Icicle Spear. Oh gee, I wonder if there's a reason why it has Skill Link and all that fun stuff. I'll get rid of, you know what? Let's get rid of Withdraw. I'm not going to be using Clampearl. I'm not going to be using Clambora too much in the early game. Oh hey, it's a defensive Pokemon. Let's give it a defensive-based move. Like and Tail makes your Pokemon super slow. I don't really care too much. We got a lot of Candy XS. Yeah, Experience Candy does not give too much. You'll need a lot in order to level Pokemon. Just catching some Pokemon up. Yeah, 100 experience or so. No need for rollout. I guess I'll evolve you and switch some Pokemon out. Alright, the Nuzlock's going. And Razor Leaf, I guess, sure. I'm not going to be using you. I just want to showcase some of the fun stuff that you can do with some of these early game Pokemon. But yeah, I've always wanted to use Clampearl. And Metapod, I guess. And that'll be good for now. Yeah, that's a lot of fun stuff that we did. Rare Candy, I recommend holding off till later. I seriously thought you could learn Drill Run. I guess not. Or Waterfall. It doesn't really matter too much. It's an early game Ice-type Pokemon I've always wanted to use. So with that all done, we made good progress this episode. We explored pretty much the rest of the wild area I want to explore. And now, it is time for Biohell for the remainder of the bio. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Oh yeah, one more thing before I forget, a couple more things to note. Here is the curry guy. If you ever want to invalidate your curry decks, how many curries you made, go ahead and talk to him. I'm not really going to do it because I don't care about curries or that sort of stuff. I'm already breaking this game as it is. The game has enough balance issues. No need to absolutely destroy it. And there's one other Pokemon I want to try to catch here. Before we wrap up the episode, I'll put Clampora in the lead because I really want a defensive Pokemon here. And the Pokemon of note is Onix. Oh, it's Mincino. Onix because it is a ridiculous Pokemon if you know what you're doing. Okay, on second thought, no. Well, I guess I'll give it one more go. Okay, it's not really wanting to spawn in. I don't really care too much, just Onix with body press is overpowered. Oh boy, my throat's gonna kill me now. Alright then, so I guess since it's gonna be the end of the episode, next time we'll be heading on into Motostoke. I will see you all then. Now for me to lose my voice. Alright. Now it's time for some bios. The first up, we're going to be starting up in the Dwebble Grove with Oddish. Oddish is another classic Pokemon. Oddish is a decent grass-type Pokemon, loves the sun, and gains double speed because of chlorophyll. It is a special-based Pokemon that is pretty slow, somewhat bulky though, and decent defenses. It evolves level 21 into Gloom that is available. From Gloom, it has two options to go down. Volatile is a great grass poison type attacker that has some good special attack and decent defenses, while Blossom is more defensive and well-rounded. Because of the Stone Evolution buff, the move pools are pretty similar, with Giga Drain, Moonblast, Petal Dance, and its move pool, along with powder moves grass-type Pokemon tend to get, which does help with the status ailments. Leaf Stone is available semi-soon in the wild area. Sunstone is in Dusty Bowl. Both are similar and comes down pretty much to preference. I like Vileplume a little bit more because I'm more offensive based and it's a little bit easier to get to, but the speed is a big issue for sure. Plus there's quite a few better grass type Pokemon available right now, such as Budew. Budew you can find naturally in the Dwebble Grove. Also, if you don't want to go down Roselia, I was considering going down the Budew route, but Roselia was available, so meh. Next up is Snufful. Snufful is a normal fighting type Pokemon that's pretty similar in nature to Pancham. It is a pretty slow physical attacker. Snuffle, though, is a little bit more defense-oriented thanks to its ability Fluffy, which makes it a lot stronger to physical attacks, though it's a lot more weak to fire and special-type moves. A small price to pay. It is great on the defensive side. It evolves pretty low level at level 27 into Beware, which is a bulky physical powerhouse. 125 attack, high HP, and pretty good defense with Fluffy. It is great for physical attacking Pokemon. Downside though, it has some low specials, and it is pretty slow. It will be outsped by many Pokemon. It does learn some moves like Hammer, Arm, Elemental Punches, and quite a few other moves to make it a pretty well-rounded Pokemon. All around, it's a pretty nice Pokemon to use. I like it a little bit more than, I guess it's about the same as Pancham, just mostly down to preference. Slow physical attacking Pokemon. Next up is Stunky. Stunky is a decent poison type Pokemon that is fast and has decent attacking stat, while its defenses are kinda meh. It has very good typing, being one of the very few Pokemon that have Poison Dark, which only has one weakness that is not a quad weakness, making it a pretty good Pokemon to switch into. The abilities are lukewarm. Stench is probably the better option just for flinch chances. It takes a hot minute to evolve into Stuntank, which is a pretty decent Pokemon. Stat-wise, it doesn't stand out too much outside of HP, but its speed and attack stats are decent enough. Defenses are meh, but its typing does make up for it. As for move pool, it has a decent move pool access to moves like Toxic, Flamethrower, Night Slash, and a few other TRs. It can be pretty nice. 34 is a bit of waste though and doesn't stand out too much stat-wise. All around, it's a decent Pokemon to use. Next up is Temple. Temple's a pretty decent water type Pokemon. It takes a while to evolve into Palpitope, but it makes do. Starts out fast. It's just pretty lukewarm, but it benefits from the rain, either increasing its speed from the rain or healing statuses. If you are patient, you will be able to get Seismitoad after a very long wait at level 36. Seismitoad has a good ability Poison Touch over Hydration, which benefits it pretty much for its physical attacking pool, give it the chance to poison, along with hitting decently hard. Its stats doesn't stand out too much, being well-rounded, jack of all trades, master none, but the main draw is that it has the typing of ground water, which only has one weakness to grass, which is pretty big, but still pretty alright. As for TMs and TRs you can learn, Power Whip, Earthquake, Liquidation, and Poison Jab are a few of the moves that you can learn. Level 36 though is quite a ways away, which is kind of but all around it's a pretty decent water type Pokemon to use. Next up, Snorunt. Okay, Snorunt is a pretty long wait. Most of the time it's available late game, but it's not worth using. At least Vanilla should obtain level 35. Snorunt in Snowstorms is a long wait to level 42. You can find it other places otherwise. Stat-wise, Snorunt is a jack of all trades, master none. It has two options to evolve. It's level 42, it evolves into Glalie. Glalie is literally jack of all trades, master none, which does 80 in every stat. It does nothing to stand out. Bulky defense and the worst defensive type, yeah. Main difference between Vanillux is that it has moves. Okay, Crunch, Quake, Shadow Ball, and a couple other teams and TRs. That's the main difference, but still, definitely better than Vanillux. Glalie is meh, but not worth wait to 42, but there's better ice types available at this time. On the alternative, you can get Frostlass with a Dawnstone that is female. Stat-wise, it shifts its defenses more into speed, which making it a little bit better. Plus, it does have the Ghost typing, which does give it a little bit more defensive versatility, and just Staff with Shadow Ball. Ability-wise, it doesn't play too much. It has some moves available, such as Shadow Ball and all that fun stuff, Thunderbolt, Crunch, and Mixed Nature. Worth it worth ability if you don't mind doing a little bit of Xenoblading out to a very late game area, but it has good disc 1 potential for nuking. Yay for open world! Next up is Snover that I got confused for Snorunt. Snover sucks. Main benefit of Snover is summoning the Hail, which only benefits Ice-type Pokemon. It evolves at the high level 40, which is a long ways away, and Abomasnow isn't special stat-wise. 92 in both attacking stats is nothing great. It is slow, modest defenses doesn't help it out when it has one of the worst typing in general. Snover has some, it's very bad, 7 weaknesses including 1 quad weakness. Not really going to make it too far. Abomasnow can learn a few nice moves like Wood Hammer, Blizzard, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Shadow Ball as a few, but its speed stats 60, no Mega Evolution to benefit it at all. Abomasnow is just a pass. Lastly is Delibird. No. Delibird is a joke Pokemon. All it can learn leveling up is present, and that is RNG and Drill Peck. You'll have to dive into the realm of TMs and Chars to do anything, if you even want to bother, because 75 is the highest that it has. It's just good for Dex filler, and that's all there is to it. If it got the Surfetch treatment, then yeah, it would be better, but just no. Next up for Lake Axwell Pokemon, Wooper. Wooper is another ground-type Pokemon that is pretty similar to Seismitoad, but it doesn't really have too much to it. The game's got power crept to heck and back. It's super slow. It has decent physical stats, pretty bad special. It evolves at a low level into Quagsire, which is a decent Pokemon. Great typing, decent abilities, mess stats. It is slow with no real stat to work with. Alright physicals and HP, but low specials. One good benefit about it, though, is that it does hard counter one of the hardest fights in the game, thanks to the ability Unaware, but that fight's a long ways away, and there's other ways you can counter that fight, too. Otherwise, it's a decent Pokemon. Moves like Earthquake, Aqua Tail, Ice Punch, and the standard Rock-type moves. All around, it's a decent Pokemon. Nothing super fantastic, but still has great typing. Next up is Krabby. For the first time in a decade, Krabby is usable. Krabby ports of mobile games aside, and the second time since the physical special splits in 2006. As a Pokemon, it is a physical focused powerhouse, having good attack and defense stat to the point at this point in the game, but no specials. None. Its HP is low, and it evolves level 28 into Kingler, which gets a good buff in attack and defense. Some specials to a barely passable level. 50 special attack when Wire moves was special. One reason why Kingler is kind of mad, but now, oh boy, it hurts. Strong moves like Swords Dance is set up, Crab Hammer and Hammer Arm just to go to town. It can learn quite a few physical type moves such as Rock Slide and X-Scissor. It is a strong force to be reckoned with. Main downside though is that it isn't super fast and its specials suck. But all around, it is terrifying. And Gigantamax form is also super terrifying. Next up is Dwebble. Dwebble is a pretty decent rock bug type Pokemon. It's standard rock fare, slow, no specials, good physicals. Well, same holds true here. Both abilities for Dwebble are pretty useful. One is one-shot immunity, while the other one is crit immunity. Both are pretty good. One way or the other, it is resilient. Big issue though is like other Pokemon, it is late evolution level 34, but Crystal is a pretty good Pokemon. It's similar to Mudbray stat-wise, just not quite as good. High attack and defense can hold itself pretty well in battle. Special defense is lacking though. It learned some good moves on its own pretty late, like Rock Slide available in the 20s, and X-Scissor in the 30s, which is better than a few other Pokemon. You can also learn Sword Dance to make it very deadly, or Shell Smash to make it a sweeper, at the cost of its defensive nature, but still, a very good Pokemon to use. It just takes a little bit to evolve. Next up is Goldeen. Classic mediocre Pokemon, Goldeen is just there. As a Pokemon, it is a well-rounded physical attacking Pokemon with modest speed. It does take a hot minty level of 33, and overall Seeking is a map Pokemon. Getting Waterfall via level up is pretty nice, but that's what Gyarados is for. It can learn quite a few decent moves like Mega Horn, Drill Run, Sword Stance, and Poison Jam, but its stats just don't have much to desire. Meta attack at 92, decent special defense and HP, but also kind of slow and just, it gets outshined by Gyarados and Kingler, and all around it's a pass. Next up is Remoraid. Remoraid is an interesting Pokemon to use. Obviously go for Sniper. Remoraid is a somewhat fast Pokemon that evolves at a similar level at 25. Better than Clink or Goldeen for sure. At level 25 it evolves into Octillery. Remoraid was originally going to be a gun type Pokemon, while the Octillery was going to be a tank, which shuffles its speed stat to rubbish levels, but in turn makes its attack and special attack very, a lot more manageable. The main draw about Octillery though is that it has a very diverse move pool. Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Seed Bomb, Flash Cannon, Sludge Waves, Side Beam, Surf, etc. It loves TRs. Its level pool is pretty mad, but its TR move pool is insane, learning a lot of moves, and it makes it a pretty good Pokemon to use. Its speed stat, though, is what kind of holds its back. It's decent, but has a lot of room for improvement. Lastly, for West Axwell Pokemon is Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi is an interesting Pokemon where its base form it sucks. No stats whatsoever, it's Magikarp except worse. It doesn't get good until level 20, where as long as Wishiwashi has more than 25% of its max health, it becomes schooled, gaining insane buffs to its stats. Its attacking stats are 140 and defenses are 130. A very frightening Pokemon for sure. And it does have some interesting moves like Bryant, Aqua Tail, Earthquake, U-Turn. It has Ice coverage, you're going for it. The main thing though that sets it back though is that it's pretty slow, not good to switch in with. And its HP stats also really low, and once it gets below 25 health, it might as well be dead. Next up for East Axwell, we got ourselves Onix here. Onix is a defensive-based Pokemon, your standard rock flair of having high defense, low specials. Main thing that makes it very good though is its defensive stat. 160 is really good. Main trade-off though is it has no HP, no special defense, and it's slow, and rock and water will destroy it. The main good thing about it though is Body Press. Body Press is a fighting type move that uses the user's defense stat. 160 for an attacking stat is ridiculous. You can get Steelix also. It involves a trade holding a metal coat, or you can find it naturally in the wild, like it was saw early in the episode. 200 defense is stupidly good. With Body Press, it becomes insane. As for other moves, Earthquake and Iron Tail are both very good moves to use, but are both TR locked, which makes Steelix an okay Pokemon. Just will evolve a lot of use from the Watt Trainer. So yeah, Body Press is insane. Base 200 attack stat for an 85 fighting type move. Rip anything weak to fighting. Give Onix an Eviolite to turn that 160 stat into 240 or so. Mind you, that attacking stat is higher than Mega Mawile, with the ability in place making it one of the highest attacking stats in general. It involves a lot of investment to go into, and trade evolution might be a turn off, but oh boy, it is a crazy Pokemon to use. Just involves TRing. Next up for South Lake Moloch Pokemon, the last Pokemon available is Corphish. Corphish is another Pokemon that benefited from the physical special split. Really the first game you can really use it in a decent area that's not in the endgame area. Corphish is like Krabby, slower, but it has a little bit more of a, maintaining the high attack and defense, but it uses special attack a little bit more. It evolves rather later into Crawdaunt. Identical abilities as Kingler. Crawdaunt is a dark water type Pokemon with high attack, decent special attack, and regular defense, but it's a bit slower, not as great special defense. Night Slash, Razor Shell, French, Sword Stance, Crab Hammer, and it's quite a few moves. It operates very similar to Kingler, having similar moves, but Crawdaunt learned some fancier moves like Dragon Dance, Close Combat, and yeah, it's an interesting Pokemon for sure. Stat-wise, Kingler is better in my opinion, but Crawdaunt shouldn't be overlooked. It is a nice Pokemon to use. Next up is Machop. Machop is one of the classic Pokemon also. It's an alright fighting type Pokemon. It's one of the Pokemon that requires a trade to use its maximum potential in Machamp. Machoke's not super amazing. You can find Machamp in the wild, but won't be until endgame until you can catch one. But Machamp, it is a very strong physical attacking Pokemon with good defenses to boot, making it a very resilient Pokemon. Its attack stat is higher than likes of Beware and Hitmonlee. Its defense stats and HPs are also pretty good, allowing it to take a lot more hits, though it's pretty slow with a speed stat of 55. Nice diversity in its move pool with Punches, Cross Poison, and Cross Chop. And with no guard makes those moves 100% accuracy with Dynamic Punch. It makes it a very strong Pokemon to use, however though, it is also very slow and not good for dodge tanking, but still a pretty good Pokemon to use. Next up is Pyukumuku. And this game's reward for the worst Pokemon in the game is Pyukumuku. As a Pokemon, it is a wall with 130 defense and special defense and 5 speed. It will always go last. Major issue I could say is that it's much like Wobbuffet, except worse. Counterplay game only, except Mirror Coat is an egg move. So yeah, so Toxic Stall is its main thing. Its ability is Innards Out, which makes it a final takeout, which pretty much, however much damage that it had before it got knocked out is how much damage the opponent will take. However, though, it has low HP, which makes it kind of meaningless. And all around, you're better off using Delibird or literally any other Pokemon. Next up is Nincada. Nincada is an interesting Pokemon. In its current form, its defense stats alright, it's all how it's going for it. However, though, at level 20, it becomes 2 Pokemon at once. First up is Ninjask. Ninjask is fast, like fastest Pokemon in the game that makes its ability go even faster, and pretty much one of the fastest Pokemon in general, except for a new Pokemon that's introduced. Its Super Glass Cannon has no defense really with it, and a decent attack stat to sweep. Give it a Focus Sash, Sword Stance, and sweep away. It can learn a few nice moves such as X-Scissor and Acrobatics for its moves. Then again, it's not really super much because its defenses are kind of lacking, but it does have access to Baton Pass, which is also really good for passing on those stats to slower Pokemon for setup and sweeping for them. Fun stuff for sure, but if you have a spare slot in your party, you're able to get yourself Shedinja. Shedinja has 1 HP, that's it. However, though, it has the ability Wonder Guard, which makes it immune to all moves that are not super effective. Downside, though, is it has a lot of weaknesses. All around it, it's an interesting Pokemon, not fantastic. Ninjask is a pretty good Pokemon, so yeah, that's really a decent thing. So yeah. Next up is Drifloon. Drifloon is a decent Ghost Flying type Pokemon. As a Pokemon, it has high HP, pretty decent offensive stats, but defenses have much to be desired. Honestly fast, it does get some work in. It evolves at a reasonable level 28 into Drifloon. It gets a huge surge in HP, 150 HP with 100. So yeah, so at level 100, with perfect EVs and IVs, could potentially have over 1000 HP in Dynamax form. Its defenses, though, don't really change much, and it does get a nice boost in offenses. It can learn quite a few nice moves such as Strength Step, Shadow Ball, Fly, and a few TRs. Moves like Thunderbolt and Psychic also are from TRs too. It has decent speed to outspeed most Pokemon. It's a decent Pokemon to use, might be worth considering. Not super fantastic, but still pretty alright. And lastly is Barboach. Barboach is nothing special. It is a Great Water Ground type Pokemon. Well, it has that great typing. However, though, Seismitoad and Quagsire I would feel are a little bit better. Wishcash is a jack of all trades, master of none. Its only stat that's of note is 110 HP, which is nice, but its other stats don't even break 80. It kind of sucks. Quagsire has a little bit more of attacking stats, and evolves a little bit later too. It does have access to moves like Earthquake, Aqua Tails, and Headbutt through level up. TM game is pretty alright, even with great typing. It has a lot to be desired and is generally a forgettable Pokemon. You're better off using other Pokemon like Seismitoad or Quagsire. And with that, we are done with Wild Area Bios for now. My voice!